Weird, 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 weird.
All right, folks. It's time to talk about two upcoming projects that are destined to be legendary for completely opposite reasons. One is shaping up to be the next big thing in gaming, and the other? Well, it's Disney's latest dumpster fire that even a fairy godmother couldn't fix. Yep, we're talking about Split Fiction and Snow White, a game that's about to change the industry, and a movie that's about to give us a migraine. Let's start with the train wreck first. Oh boy, Disney's back at it again. Digging up their old classics, slapping some CGI on them, adding an empowered female lead who has the charisma of a wet sock and expecting us to cheer. And this time, they've come for Snow White. But wait, don't call her that. According to our genius star Rachel Zegler, she's not going to be saved by the prince and isn't dreaming about true love. No. She's a strong, independent woman who doesn't need a man. So strong and independent, in fact, that Disney fired the dwarfs and replaced them with random background characters from a bad Netflix drama. Let's talk about Rachel Zegler, our new Snow White. This girl really went from starring in West Side Story to becoming the internet's most disliked Disney princess. You know what's wild? She openly hates the original movie. Seriously, she's out here in interviews talking about how the 1937 film is outdated and creepy. Hey Rachel? Maybe don't spit on the thing that gave you a paycheck. Maybe don't act like you're too good for a role that's paying your rent. And then we've got Gal Gadot as the evil queen. The evil queen. You know, one of the most iconic Disney villains ever. The woman who invented bad bitch energy before that was even a thing. So who do they cast? Gal, I read my lines like I'm holding a cue card, Gadot. I mean, bless her heart, she's beautiful. She could probably look in the mirror and convince herself she's the fairest of them all. But the second she has to deliver an actual villainous line, game over. That Imagine video was scarier than anything she'll do in this movie. But let's get real. Disney doesn't care about Snow White as a story. They just want to cash in on the whole girl boss empowerment trend while draining your wallet. They took a beloved classic and surgically removed everything that made it work. They don't want romance. They don't want fairy tale magic. They want a girl standing around giving speeches about finding herself while the evil queen delivers monologues like a high schooler in a play nobody claps for. And the best part? This movie is gonna flop harder than a fish out of water. Nobody wants this. Disney keeps shoving these remakes down our throats, thinking we're just gonna eat it up because we liked the animated version as kids. Guess what, Mickey? We're done being played. Now, let's shift gears to something actually good. Let's talk about Split Fiction, a game that's about to show Disney what storytelling really looks like. This game has actual creativity behind it. It's not just a lazy rehash of an old idea. It's something fresh, bold, and exciting. The premise? Two authors, Mio and Zoe, get trapped inside their own stories and have to fight their way out. That's genius. It's giving Inception meets Control meets BioShock. This isn't some follow the arrows and press X kind of game. Every decision matters. Every action changes the story. And let's talk about the visuals. This game looks like someone took the best parts of a dream and turned them into a playable experience. Every frame looks like it could be a painting. Meanwhile, Snow White is probably being filmed in a green screen basement where they forgot to turn on the lights. The characters in Split Fiction actually have depth. Mio and Zoe feel like real people, not just generic strong female protagonists shoved into a script for the sake of it. Unlike Rachel Zegler's Snow White, who spends her time trash-talking her own movie, these characters actually earn your investment. And let's not forget, the developers of Split Fiction aren't here to shove a message down your throat. They're here to make a good game. Remember when entertainment was about entertainment and not just delivering a checklist of politically correct ideas? Yeah, me too. To wrap this up, Split Fiction is going to be a must-play, an actual work of genius that pushes gaming forward. Snow White is a flaming pile of corporate nonsense, led by an actress who hates her own character and a villain who sounds like she's reading bedtime stories. If you're spending money on something this year, don't waste it on Disney's latest abomination. Instead, buy Split Fiction. Support actual creativity. Let Snow White flop so hard that Disney finally learns its lesson.